Welcome to 6 Minute Hump Day, where we help entrepreneurs get through their busy week with a dash of inspiration, motivation, and a touch of education.
We are live on episode number 32 of the Jeff Knows Inc. podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Lopes. We're excited to have on part 2 of our 4-part series with Javon Eichner. Javon's going to be going through today a new topic. We're excited to have him on. John, say hi to everybody, brother.
Hey, Jeff. What's up, guys? I'm glad to be here.
Very cool, man. Let's dive right into it. This week's topic, what are we going to be diving into?
Do you really like comfort, or is it the familiarity that you like?
That's very cool. Let's dive right into it. I want to hear your thoughts on that. It's an interesting topic.
Yeah. So this actually got brought up to me by my coach, and I've been spending a lot of time with it. It's a very common saying that we are scared to leave our comfort zone, right? And what he was suggesting, and what I've spent some time unpacking, is that our situations are anything but uncomfortable, or anything but comfortable, right? There's some discomfort there, and that's actually why we're feeling a call to try and leave that space that we're in. However, what we do like, and then what we are scared to venture into, is familiarity and then unfamiliarity. So we really enjoy and like the familiarity, the predictability of our days, what's to come tomorrow. We know that what we're doing now is working on some level. And I say some level is because when we think about, physiologically and psychologically, our body we're staying alive, so it's working. So in an evolutionary process, we're having success because we are alive. And so when we try and break what we're doing, everything says, like, why are we trying to change things up? What we're doing is working. So it's the familiarity that we like and that we're resonating with on a physiological level and a psychological level. This is why it's really, really hard to change up habits and to change life for yourself in general.
Let me break this up quickly. So a good scenario would be, and this is my thought process when I'm listening to you say this, somebody stuck in a 9-to-5 job. They like the comfort of just getting there, getting their paycheck, going home. Their dream might be to be an entrepreneur. Their dream might be to be an athlete, whatever the dream is, but they're not focusing or following their dream because they have that familiarity of just what they know and what they've been taught.
Yes, exactly. They know that it is, Jeff, I don't know if you can speak to this, but I know this to be true, is that we always make decisions based on whether or not we think it's going to bring us pain or pleasure.
Okay.
In any moment.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So people often say, what about for someone that smokes? They know that that's going to be harmful for them. And I say, in that moment, they feel like smoking, having that cigarette, is going to be more pleasurable than not having that. That's right.
100%.
Right. And so to get back to your question, is the pleasure. There's a pleasure in knowing what tomorrow looks like. Or thinking we know what tomorrow looks like. There's a pleasure in that. There's a sense of ease, a sense of predictability. We can plan for it. We have an idea of what to expect when that day comes.
I'm gonna give you an example. I want to dive into a topic. You do get a lot of people that appreciate that. Not saying it's right or wrong. I'm the total opposite. I can't have that comfort. I need constant change. Maybe just being a natural entrepreneur, I need constant change, constant development, constant learning. I get bored very quickly. And then when I get bored, I got to move on really quickly. My wife, on the other hand, loves comfort. She loves knowing that she has her 9-to-5 job. She loves knowing that she could just punch out and go home and not have to think about her work. And if I think my wife always says is, if there's no change today was a good day. And she always says that, meaning nothing bad has happened. That's what she means by it. And I'm the opposite, where I feel like I need change all the time. I need to constantly grow. I constantly develop. Do you find that it's still all right for somebody like that that go through their whole life just finding that comfort and just living that familiarity?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no right or wrong here. There's just experiences here. Yeah. And so if you don't feel that urge to want to move into a different space, to change things up, and you feel content and fulfilled, then that's, by all means, that's where you resonate with, and that's where you want to, that's the space that you want to stay in. Great.
So what happens if somebody, they do have that dream, what would you recommend would be the first steps to breaking out of that comfort zone and breaking out of the familiarity to start pursuing something they like? What would they need mentally or physically to say, hey, it's time to be? Some people need that push or need that drive, right? So what would be the first step to saying, hey, it's time to break through this?
I would suggest that they get crystal clear on the vision. So it's one thing to say, hey, I want to leave this job. I don't like it. There's another to say, hey, I want to leave this job and start this business and have this kind of impact on people. And, to get really crystal clear on the vision that you have for yourself. Because
setting long-term and short-term goals.
Yeah, setting long-term and short-term, but getting very specific about that, because I find we need a compelling vision for us to be pulled by that. Otherwise, we're going to be pulled back by the limitations of our fear and uncertainty and this quote unquote comfort zone that we're experiencing. So having crystal clear vision about where it is that you want to go or feel that you're being pulled towards.
Yeah, 100%. I had a guest on, and they're all about algorithms and they focus on something called the domino effect and how the domino effect, where you could have 60, 70 dominoes lined up, and the last one's your end goal, but you're not going to focus on the last one. You're focusing on the first one, which it could be anything. And this is one topic we could say is losing 30 pounds. You're not going to be like, okay, I'm going to lose 30 pounds and focus on the last goal. You got to be like, a first domino might be, today I'm going to drink 3 glasses of water. Next domino, I'm going to drink 10 glasses of water. It's just that process. And by doing small little, like you said, exact, precise goals, but still have that long-term goal visually there, it's going to help you start building that rhythm and building almost that momentum to getting to your goal, which would be breaking out of your familiarity, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how we create momentum. And you've heard the saying that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step.
Yeah, 100%.
I actually have taken that to mean that each step along the path is revealed to us with each previous step. So it's like what you're saying. It's like sometimes we don't really know how we're going to get from A to B or A to Z, but we will when we get A. B becomes revealed when we take the step towards A, and then C becomes revealed when we take the step towards B. Right. So it is this incremental momentum that's created with each single step that we take.
Yeah, 100%. It's a perfect way to end episode number 2 on our 4-part series with Devon. Once again, thank you for coming on, brother. On all our show notes, like every week, I'm going to put all the information to get a hold of Devon right through his website, his social media, his programs, educational programs, group programs, all that stuff like that. You want to say bye to everyone for this week?
Yeah, thank you guys. It was a pleasure.
And I look forward to seeing you next week, brother.
All right, my man.
Thank you. I want to thank Javon Eichner for being a guest on the Jeff Knobs Inc. podcast. What a pleasure having him on. Like all weeks, guys, if you enjoyed this podcast, tell your friends, tell your family. We're trying to build something special here. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a review. 5 stars would be absolutely amazing. Until next week, always move forward.